Today we're talking about teaching grammar in a comprehension context. Listen up, because this is a strategy that's going to revolutionize the way you teach those complex grammar points and help your students actually understand and use them in real life. So let's say you're teaching the subjunctive mood in Spanish or French. Instead of throwing a bunch of rules and conjugations at your students, you got to make it meaningful and relevant to them. One way to do this is by using authentic materials that showcase the grammar point in action. For example, find a news article or a short story that uses a subjunctive mood to express doubt, emotion, or uncertainty. Have your students read through it and discuss how the subjunctive is used in each instance. You can even have them highlight or underline the subjunctive verbs to really make them stand out. By seeing the grammar point in real-world context, your students will start to understand how it functions and why it's important. But don't stop there. You got to take it to the next level and have your students practice using the grammar point themselves. One of my favorite strategies is to have them create their own dialogues or role plays that incorporate the subjunctive mood or higher grammar point. For instance, have them pretend they're giving advice to a friend who's unsure about a decision. They might say something like, Yo recomiendo que hables con tu jefe sobre el ascenso. I recommend that you speak with your boss about the promotion. Or have them express their emotions about a hypothetical situation like, Me alegraría mucho que me visitaras este verano. I would be very happy if you visited me this summer. By putting the grammar point into practice in a meaningful way, your students will start to internalize it and use it more naturally. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Scott, what about all the nitty-gritty details and exceptions to the rules? And yeah, those are important too, but the key is to not get bogged down with them right away. Start with the big picture and help your students understand the overall concept first. Then you can gradually introduce the more complex aspects of the grammar point as they become more comfortable with it. And don't forget to give them plenty of opportunities to practice and get feedback along the way. With time and repetition, those tricky details will start to click into place and your students will be using the subjunctive or any higher grammar point like prose. So don't be afraid to take it slow and steady. Grammar mastery is a marathon, not a sprint.